Peace and power. Mm, 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 mm. And yes, I have to make music for y'all because YouTube keeps making their way to my email, flagging my background music, even the indigenous flutes. So this is what you get. Mm, 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 mm. Peace and power, everyone. Now, I am back. I can't see the chat. Okay. It's chat. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just go somewhere else. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. I came back to share some more. I really should be in the bed, but it's too many synchronicities going on. So I'm gonna go over here to my channel, pop a couple of windows open. So let's for one get this one open. Let me mute. Okay. So that I can see the chat. So weird. Um boop 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 boop. I just want to be able to see the chat. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go over to YouTube again. Again, this is just where I am in my walk. I want to get my hold on, y'all. Got some other Sister Stone said it's supposed to warm up the energy. So, I want to come correct. I want to warm up the energy. Okay. Now, I want to go into my history. Okay, so I am back. I had to share this with y'all. There's no way I could go to sleep without sharing it. So let's get right into it. We're gonna go into the energy reading for today. It's not long. Everything that I'm sharing is about 30 minutes. Those are some beautiful pictures, I can't lie. Okay, don't need to see that. Oh, I did. I was trying to see the chat. Yeah, I'm back. All right, we got that under control. What I'm going to share first is the daily energy reading. So I'll warm up the energy. I have my big piece of quartz that my friend went mining for and sent to me. Shout out to you, boo. Hey, Erin. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna add my commentary, of course. It's muted.
There are options. There are other people. Oh. Like I said, the reason why I like this brother is because he includes his mate. She is always right there next to him. And that is a good example of what the language teaches us, which is that the Most High is not just the masculine. I'm going to say it every video. It is the divine feminine and divine masculine balance. Amawa Ana. And that's in the language. I'll go further later.
Peace, man. What's going on? The Hood Mystic, representing www.themystic.com with another energy reading for August 17th, 2018. Just want to say a shout out to the Patreon family, patreon.com/The Hood Mystic. If you want to join and support, if you want to make a one-time donation, because we do work for tips, that's paypal.me/The Hood Mystic. I stole that from somebody. And Cash App Hood Mystic 38 if you're interested in tips anyway. And thank you for yesterday. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for paying attention to this knowledge. Because it's not my knowledge, it's our knowledge. And so we'll begin to deal with that. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to hit the notifications bell for daily energy readings. I just wanted to say peace to the family. Ashe to the gods and goddesses, all of the Orishas, all the ancestors, all those known and unknown, all those celestial spirits that supporting us, the light workers, the dark workers, everybody that's supporting this message, supporting this transformation as we begin to create our reality. This is something that we take very seriously in this household and something that we just want to share with the world. The title of this video is The Subtleties of Creating Your Reality. This came to me yesterday as I began to reflect on what I wanted to talk about today, and just looking at the astrology and how it spoke to me. And it spoke to me very clearly that we have the ability to create our reality at will, but what are the blocks? And the blocks is that the nature of creating your reality is very, very subtle, very much like walking on thin ice. And so any type of heavy emotions or any type of excitability can crack that ice and then you sunk. And so as we begin to walk across this subtle reality where the veil is very thin and some of us are accessing the veil and utilizing it and some of us are not. And how does that show up in your reality when you have relationships and then when you're also in the world? And this is how most of us kind of relate to people, through our relationships and through our career and where we're working at. Like 8 hours at work and 8 hours at home and 8 hours to sleep generally. So these are the things where creating your reality is very, very much important. See, if you're able to work in an environment where you're able to be true to self, then that's one thing. If you're able to be able to create and speak the things into existence in your relationship, then that's a whole other thing as well. And if you're not, major blocks. So let's just look at the astrology. This is the third day that we'll be elaborating on Jupiter. Don't blame me, blame the moon. The moon will be conjunct Jupiter throughout the day. And so what that shows up as clarity. Do you have it or do you not? Are you clear or are you not? Because it's sextile in Neptune, where we talked about this yesterday. So if you want to know what this actually means, Jupiter trine Neptune. But let's just look at Moon trine Neptune. The moon is in Scorpio. The moon is transformative. The moon is going into a new phase in life. Our subconscious mind is going through a new phase in life. We're realizing life from a different perspective. And we should be aided by our pineal gland, our visions, our dreams, our intuitive nature, our visions, our inner dialogue. Peace. But also the moon squares Mercury, which gives it the tension as Mercury is retrograding, the tension for us to actually want to utilize our inner vibratory frequency. And so everything that I'm talking about is truly inner. It's an inner dialogue. Peace. Peace. It's an inner dialogue that we're creating as all of this energy sextiles Pluto. And so if we're able to work towards creating that inner wealth first, we deal with the manifestations. If we are creating the inner poverty, we are creating that manifestation. It is the subtleties of creating your reality right now. There are people who are going through tragedy in this moment, and my heart goes out to them. And I don't have enough money to donate to all the people that are going through tragedy. So I reflect, what can I do to help these people who are dealing with fires, floods, thunderstorms? What can I do to help them? I can begin to alert them that the weather outside is completely relative to the energy. Just a quick story. I like to track the thunderstorms. Peace. I like to track the thunderstorms on lightningmap.com or something of that effect. It's a bookmark. And yesterday, we did a house clearing. So as we were doing the house clearing, thunderstorms appeared over top Columbus, Ohio. And we did a whole full house clearing. We had no children, just me and my wife. We did every room in the house, rather. And once we got finished, the thunder disappeared. Like it just vanished. It didn't travel. It didn't move. Like usually it travels up or travels down. It just disappeared off the map. And then I kind of knew that, okay, we are really, really in tune with reality right now. And we can't affect this subtle understanding of how we're creating our reality. We have to continue to do the work together as a unit. We can't be distracted. We can't be disrupted. So the conversations are positive. The energy is flowing based upon understanding that we very much can create our lives together. But say for instance, we got beef between us. We got, petty, secretive shit between us. See, then that's not clarity. That's not clarity. That's not creating your reality. That's not law of attraction. And baby, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many YouTube videos you read, if you are living in secrecy, if you got shit in the closet and you ain't living your truth, you might as well just cut this video off. Because as the moon conjuncts Jupiter, this is a if you love somebody, you don't tell them you love them. You show them that you love them. You are love. You act out love. And so if you're interested in creating your reality, you cannot expect a damn thing. You have to put work in. You have to give. You have to sacrifice energy. And the thing of what you said, with us or against us. The thing about energy, and I'm gonna always say this because sometimes we get confused. We think that energy is predicated on good and evil, that only good things can happen to us. But if you are sowing negative seeds, then you will get weeds. And just like if you plug up a machine to an outlet that is dangerous, that can harm you, the outlet isn't going to say, no, we don't take that plug because it's negative. it's going to send electrical charge to whatever beckons it. So, of course, there is negative energy in the world. Of course, there's people against you, but of course, you could be for yourself just as well as they're against you with the same veracity and even more, because you have value. As a human being, you have so much value in your space, in your time, in this moment, in this energy. Me telling you that you have value means absolutely shit if you don't understand that you have value for yourself. And so this is where we're at. Can we be clear today? Can we be aligned with Jupiter? Can we be aligned with our transformation? Can we understand that the past is the motherfucking past? Can we? And so as this energy squares Mercury, I just want to show you what this like. Can you imagine, right? Me and you are taking a walk. And we're coming across a right turn, and we can only turn right. It's a 90-degree angle. We can only turn right. I turn right, but your ass keep going straight. Can you understand how that shows up in your life, where you were supposed to pivot? Your ass kept going straight, but you couldn't go straight because there was only one way for you to go. This is a 90-degree angle. This is a square. And so as we begin to reflect on who we are, Mercury is in the deacon of Jupiter in Leo. So all Mercury can do is reflect on our godhood, on our deeper reality. What it cannot do is reflect on this humanity bullshit. And so that's the 90-degree turn that we in right now. And so if you are so concerned about some human shit right now, that's a problem, that's a block. You're not going to understand the energy. It's going to block the flow of energy. You need to pivot to the right and say, okay, I am God. Okay, I can create new memories. Okay, I can show love. Because we can fully elaborate on Venus now entering the second decan of Libra, which is her home, which is, so in your home, it's not like everything that you experience is good. Sometimes at home is where the trauma is at. Sometimes home is where the bullshit is at. And that's okay. But it's just more or less the process of being at home. There's good things, bad things, and indifferent things. But in particular, Venus in the second decan is ruled by Saturn. And Venus and Saturn don't get along. Because if you imagine a person that wants to love everything that she sees, and a person that says you need to have boundaries, those two energies don't read. So all the time, this shows up as heartbreak, this shows up as sorrow. But you have to understand, your heartbreak and your sorrow is a choice. It is a choice. It is a choice that many people make. There are options. There are other people. There are better things. There is synchronicity. There is destiny that you need to be aligned with. So as things break apart, things fall apart, that does not mean that your world stops. That means that you have to realign yourself with your destiny, with your purpose, with your plan. And if it comes to love, offer it, show it, give it. Don't expect it. Because when you in that zone, you're making a plate of sorrow and heartbreak, and you're asking for A1 sauce on the side. So we're dealing with the subtleties of creating your reality. Expecting shit. Well, fuck.
Yeah. I like this brother because he keep it real. This morning when I heard this, I just wanted to share with everybody in my dang on phone. No shade, no tea. I did not, because I am an empath, and I actually care about people's feelings, even though I don't want to. I don't want to. Because people will complain your head off about their life choices. And it makes absolutely no sense to me. And I'm not coming from a place of I have arrived and, I'm coming from a place of I've made my mistakes. And when I was making them, I was damn standing in them. I wasn't hiding, creeping, and crawling. And then the outcomes. When the outcome came, I stood tall in the outcome. I recently, like I said, realized that my calling is being a shaman of my family. I think that my eczema, and it's just me, there's something called shaman's disease. And the side effect of you getting that calling and not walking in it is rashes. I shared that with y'all. But the reason why I was just a little thrown back about it, because I'm tired of hearing people complain about this stuff. I mean, y'all have no idea. If I never took another phone call in my life, I have heard enough. Not to mention, I have my own shit going on at the same time. So it just threw me back because I had come to the point I don't want to hear no more problems. I don't. And then when I express to people that I don't want to hear it, they're offended. When I listen, they can tell when I'm just listening. I'm not present, I'm just listening. And then when I do come to and give my heart's honest advice, and you turn around and keep doing the same shit, I just don't want to hear it. I don't. This video resonated with me because of what he's going to get into in a minute. What I realized is one of the first things this brother said to me after doing my astrological chart, and one of the things that's on my chart, he put it on there. I have been constantly let down by people. And even to say it right now to y'all, it brings an inkling of a tear to my eye. I'm going to say an inkling because I'm not even finna go there, okay? I've always went to bat for people, even when they went bad for me. I've always put up with and took a lot. And this is not from strangers. I've always put up and took a lot from family and friends. I can honestly say right now that I have watched karma not only come full circle, but hit backward flips. To show up and be present. What you put out there is what you're going to get back. You don't get more than that. To my ladies, and I'm going to say this very clear and frank. If you are operating in low vibration energy, and he said better than me, but I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cents. You sleeping around and laying around with everybody that look at you, you need to get your shit together. Just because you can bust a nut or have an orgasm, that's a nice way y'all want to say it, don't mean that's what you're supposed to be doing with everybody. If you don't understand spiritual ties, ask me how I know. If you don't understand spiritual ties, and then you're wondering why you're not progressing in your life, you have attached to yourself an anchor, and you swimming in water, something so dense. You're swimming in water, and you got an anchor to yourself. And that's not what you're trying to do. But you're wondering why you don't progress. Because you don't get it. You got to step it up. Y'all listen to all this stuff on the radio. The latest thing I've seen everybody ranting and raving about is, what is it, Sierra Level Up? Y'all need to level up. Y'all are operating in like the lowest frequency ever. And you comfortable there. You laugh about it, talk about it, cry about it. And shout out to my people. Honestly, I listen, but I don't want to hear the shit. I be saying over and over again, you got to love yourself. More than that, everybody that look at you is not meant to be up in between your root chakra. You got to be some kind of slow to let everybody that look at you be all up in your root chakra. Think about it. And for those of you that I don't know, if that's what you're doing, you gotta get your shit together. I tell you what, for everybody that's around me in my inner circle, I got vacant seats right now. I'm not picking those people back up. I'm done with that. If you're operating in a low vibrational frequency, you will not be in my inner circle no longer. We can kick it, chill, holler at each other in passing. But you just won't be there. If I have to fill those seats with the sisters that I met in Sedona, total strangers, at least they love themselves enough to know that they had to be there. They had to experience that energy vortex, that shift. We all went home different. We all came back different. We knew we had to be there. When she announced the trip, shout out to Sister Stone, we knew we had to be there. And then you still operating low vibrational frequency and trying to tell me who is and who isn't God. I don't think so. If there was somebody who could dictate the God in other people, those of you that is operating in that frequency, I wouldn't take that advice from you. I would not. We're gonna move forward.
You're making a plate of sorrow and heartbreak, and you're asking for A1 sauce on the side. So we're dealing with the subtleties of creating a reality. Expecting shit will fuck up your whole subtle way of creating your reality. See, if I'm actively creating my reality through my work, through my art, through my page, through my website, through my content, through my conversations, repeatedly over time, day after day after day after day after day after day, it's not so much that a nigga can tell me at this point. I've done the work. I've put in the groundwork. I've created that foundation. And now my only goal is to build upon that foundation to bring more people into this growth. Now, I could focus on my sorrow and heartbreak and wait for something to happen. I've spent so much time in my life waiting for this magical person to show up in my life. And not up until recently did I finally realize that fucking magical person was me. The whole time, the person that I was looking for, the person that I was seeking, the person that I was...
I'm sorry.
Repeatedly over time, day after day after day after day after day after day, it's not so much that a nigga can tell me at this point. I've done the work. I've put in the groundwork. I've created that foundation. And now my only goal is to build upon that foundation to bring more people into this growth. Now, I could.
This is what balance looks like. This is what you can say the Most High is, what God is. The male and female energy align. It can't be more on point. This ain't religious talk. This is spiritual talk. This is for your soul. Y'all listen.
Focus on my sorrow and heartbreak and wait for something to happen. I've spent so much time in my life waiting for this magical person to show up in my life. And not up until recently did I finally realize that fucking magical person was me. The whole time, the person that I was looking for, the person that I was seeking, the person that I was, hey, take my number down. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I really want to make this girl. And it was me the whole time. So all the sorrow, all the heartbreak, now I can understand this transit completely, because now if Venus is going to create that boundary, then that boundary has to be completely focused in on herself or yourself or what you love. If you are loving on the outside, or if you're expecting love from a certain thing, an institution, should they give you the raise? Fuck no, they shouldn't have gave you that raise. They should have fired you. They should have fired you. They should have fired you a long time ago so you could begin to love yourself, build yourself, understand that you have value, and the value that you're giving to a company, to an institution, they could never repay you. You can never get your worth. So this is clarity. And this is understanding the square, the pivot, or the inciting or the catalyst to fully realizing that, okay, I need to understand myself from a clear point of view. And have I been loving myself? If I haven't been loving myself, then that's the problem. Let me start there and end there as Venus progressing to a second deacon. And I hope this is resonating with you. I hope this is making sense, because I'm just speaking to the astrology and I'm adding my personal experience. So I don't want to offend. I don't want to make you feel any type of way. I just want you to understand the astrology based upon how I understand it. And so we've been discussing Jupiter in Scorpio as a point of clearing and healing trauma. So if we are discussing this conversation and I'm talking all of this good shit and all of this beautiful, metaphysical, conscious, great shit, but you're not clearing the trauma, you're not realizing that that old past shit is old and crusty and dusty and you need to get rid of it, then it don't fucking matter.
I want to stop right there. Now, this is why this resonated with me. Like I said, it came out in my reading that I constantly let down. And Sagittarius hold grudges. And I'm a Sag and a Scorpio. And my moon is in Gemini. So that's like a whole bunch of shit around my waist that I've been holding on to. So today, right here with y'all, I released every grudge. I'm releasing it all. You know why? Because I've witnessed karma come back. I have. And I'm grateful that everything that I went through, everything that I did, everything I've done, everything I've been, it helped shape me and bring me to this point. I'm not ashamed of my past. I won't share it on YouTube, but I'm not ashamed. I stood in my mess, just like now I stand on dry land. You got to own up to your shit and then let it go. Y'all be holding on to stuff. I'm telling you, from now on, if you call my phone and you talking about something you holding on to, and it's a result of the choices that you have made, there will be a disconnecting service every time. And this is me telling you. Then when I talk to you again, I'm gonna act like I don't know what happened. Because I just feel like, number one, all my family and friends should see the shit that pops across my channel. If I sit on the phone and listen to you go on and on and on and on and on and on about shit that I care zero fucks about, excuse my language, but this is late night talk, then you should be subscribed and getting your alerts, okay? In this instance and event that you are not, that's fine. Just know it was noted here. There'll be a disconnect. I don't want to hear that shit. If I'm letting my stuff go and moving forward in my life, you should be able to do the same. You made every choice that brings you to this point. And if you don't get that, it's not for me to explain over and over again. I got shit to get done. I'm trying to free my generations. I'm not going to be wearing your stuff around my waist. That's what I was told in my one-on-one, that I hold things around my waist. That's why I speak around now. I'm releasing it all. And if you think you're going to call my phone and keep going on about your stuff, I don't think so. You better get you a journal. That way we won't fall out. Okay, let's move forward.
You gotta be okay with shit. You gotta be okay with mom, dad, grandma, granddad. You gotta give them their life. You gotta let them know that they make mistakes. They have a right to make mistakes, and you got the right to make mistakes. And matter of fact, you actually do make mistakes. Is somebody up in your ass making you feel a certain type of way for the mistakes that you made, or your children, or they're too young? Wait till they get older and they start telling you about your ass. I know I got a long talk coming from my
right.
But this is parenthood. This is life. We gotta let that shit go in order for us to grow. And hopefully I can tell my sons, you damn right I made mistakes. You gonna make mistakes too. But we need to work together. We need to learn. I need to hear your truth. I need to learn from your truth, so maybe I can become a better person and just grow from that shit. Constructive criticism. Understanding that clarity is how you manifest. When you are in murky ass water, because Scorpio is a water signs deal with our emotions. So if we are dealing with negative emotions, that is us standing in murky ass water and trying to cook dinner. You ever tried to cook dinner with swamp water? You can't fucking do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not eating your rice if you cook it in swamp water. I'm not even eating your rice if you use a tap water. I promise you, I won't do it. So as we begin to manifest, if we want to cook dinner tonight, we better be using some spring water. We better be coming through on some clarity. Period. If you're feeling bad about something, you need to talk about it, get past it, get over it. Not on a surface level, on some deep ass, okay, I'm past it, I can move past it, I can work past it. I have that realization that it's all an illusion. I'm creating these memories in my mind and I need to let these things go. Very important. Mars square Uranus. We still building energy as Mars begins to go retrograde in its only little piece of land that he has. So we got a week and a half to really build up our energy, build up our ashe. And when we want to build up our energy, we want to build up our energy with no real clear purpose. Of course we want things. Of course we want money and new cars and nice houses and beautiful women and sexual relationships and blah, 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 vacations, blah, blah, blah. Build up ashe for the sake of building up ashe. Build up ashe for the sake of being gratitude for these ancestors fucking with you, these Orishas fucking with you, these guides fucking with you. Build up ashe and say thank you for this insight, because I could have been eating Burger King tonight. I could have been somewhere so lost and so deep if the ancestors wasn't fucking with me. Man, we blow big herbs just to say thank you. Period. The subtleties of creating your reality. See, if you go with this mind state, my nigga, they take care of shit. Because look at you now. Look how far you done came. That wasn't because of you. I'd have been eating hot Cheetos and pickles and fucking a large Sprite with a smoothie and a slushie and a large pizza. Leave it up to me, I would have been dealing with the most toxic individuals on the planet, never growing, trying to figure out who I can have sex with tonight. I'll wake up with that mentality. Who can I have sex with tonight? Thank you for the ancestors for removing that lust and that stupidity out of my mind as I begin to move forward and begin to heal myself, the masses, moving forward, man. Thank you. Such a powerful word, such a powerful vibration when you into rituals, magic, spells, law of attraction, gratitude. Boom. That simple.
Boom.
That simple. Definitely beat y'all ears up with that astrology, but I knew that was going to happen. So really get into the root of how we feel and why we feel it and what are we going to do about why we feel that way. And if you're not feeling positive to the core, then what are you doing to heal yourself? The Seven of Discs presents us a situation, a moment in time, a place that has to be evolved. You have to begin to change, to shift, to turn, to make a whole new life for yourself. Failure. Okay? But when we say failure, this is not to hang your head. This means you're an entrepreneur. That means you're going to be something. See, the people who never was going to be shit always succeeded. They never learned through adversity. And when you understand adversity, see, adversity is the only thing that we got in this bitch. Adversity is all we have. See, if we never had a dark day, we wouldn't even appreciate a light day. If we never had a rainy day, we would never appreciate a sunshine day. So adversity is all we have. So when we find ourselves in adversity, we need to say thank you because somebody cares about your ass. That they're going to make you stronger, that they're going to build your character, that they're going to build your integrity, that you're going to build something from scratch. Amazing. And so as we progress to the Princes of Discs, it's like, be fruitful and multiply. Be productive. If you're not doing shit, if you're not putting in no work, if you're not saying thank you for who you are, if you're not saying I have value, if you're saying my value is aligned to this relationship, my value is aligned to this job that I got, my value is aligned to this social circle that I'm in, my value is connected to my status, my value is connected to my religious upbringing, my value, blah, 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 blah. Fuck out of here, please. My value is in my understanding of self. My value is created by me and for me. And I invite everybody to understand this energy. The Prince of Wands speaks to understanding that if you have animalistic energy, say for instance, you're extra horny and you want to have a lot of sex. I'm just keeping it real with you. You want to indulge in sexual activities. Well, that just means that you need to deal with that energy and raise that energy up and build that energy. And
he just said, let me remix it for y'all. He said, if you are always horny and you are wanting to fuck all the time, this is what he's saying. All that energy should not be in or stay in your root chakra. That's not what it's for. You need to raise that energy up and create something. Close your legs. It's just like you have all these gripes and regrets, but you won't close your legs. And I'm thoroughly confused. Because honestly, ask me how I know. You have to place value on yourself. Nobody else gonna come in your life and value you so much that it's gonna magically transfer to you. It's up to you to value yourself first. And you're not gonna find the value that's in yourself in someone else or from someone else. Get that in your head. Get up out that low vibration. It's a low vibration. They call it that for a reason. The root chakra. Yeah.
Raise it up through your chakras and allow it to guide you through life. Because, say for instance, you are sex. You have it. It'll be good. Might be bad. It'll be
anytime,
PB.
It's
gonna be fucking over. So it's important that you build this energy up. To do something worthwhile, do something meaningful.
I like them because they keep it real.
It's only gonna last 20 minutes, an hour if you're fucking lucky. So all of this plays into part the subtleties of creating your reality. See, we have the mind and the mental capacity to do great things. What has fucked me up in my lifetime is my sexual energy and investing it in bad property. Not getting any return on my investment. And until I begin to sow my oats, I don't mean to sound crass, but it's just how it's showing up. Until I sow my oats into fertile land, I wasn't, I got fruits from that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got fruits from dealing with Dharma as opposed to dealing with.
And y'all see that, fellas? He's looking over and acknowledging that feminine energy. And then he moves on to continue. Like I said, y'all out of balance because y'all making all these videos and y'all get on the video and all that masculine energy, you're ranting and you're raging for like an hour. I end up turning it off once. I hear you ranting and raving. There's no balance there. After 10 minutes, I have to let you go.
Karma. And so being aligned to my energy and raising it, and also understanding that it shouldn't consume me, it shouldn't drive me, I shouldn't even factor it in and really focus. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy process, but it definitely works. It definitely helped. I'm definitely here in a space where I'm not led by my sexual instinctual energy. I'm guided. That's deeper than I even expected it to be. And so as we move down to the moon, we still dealing with our fears, baby. We all up in our fears, all up in our fears face. Like, hey, how you doing? My name's Shaniqua. Nice to meet you. You know, like really looking face to face, because we realize if we here today, 2018, we can look to the left, to the right, and see people suffering. So either you want to suffer like them or you want to face your fears and come out of it. And so as you begin to face your fears, you'll build a foundation of, okay, I've understood this process. I realized that life ain't about sugar dumplings, ice cream, blue jeans, pizza, you know, all the good things, fat asses, trips to Mexico. Like, there has to be some fear facing, there has to be some adversity, and then you reach the supreme point of life, which is love, and you get the lovers, and you have the black baby with the white baby, the black woman with the white man, and everybody's together. And so we're just understanding that this is symbolic for understanding that all of your negative and your positive energy comes together. You understand everything there is to know about yourself. This is how you love yourself. You don't love yourself because you're perfect. You love yourself because you're flawed.
Say that
Because
again.
you have hella flaws. And those flaws do not stop you from loving yourself. Me, I got hella flaws, but the love that I have for myself is supreme. And so, peace.
Peace.
Family. I love doing this. I love y'all. I love the support. I love the...
Y'all, you can't get no ruler than that. Okay, so I'm coming back to the chat, y'all. I'm so sorry. You know, I get all into it. Okay. So, can you see me? Let me... Hey, y'all. This is Crazy Horse. It's a smoke blend that I got from the herb store that I go to. I just had some left. I didn't drive way back over there to get none. And it's calming, so to speak. I'm just trying to use all this stuff up. I've been had it for like a year. At first, it was like kind of harsh, but I'm just trying to stop smoking. So I was like, I ain't gonna light this on camera. That's a little hood. But anyway, I want to share with y'all my mug board. I put it in this bag. Just a little. This is some of the bags I used to put samples in. I put it in this little bag. I lay it on my pillow, and before I go to sleep, I inhale it like over and over again, like 10 times, and then I just leave it on my pillow. So when I'm rolling over and tossing and turning, I can still smell it. For the most part, I have started back dreaming, and then it's gonna show. Why the video on delay? Let me stop it. I have been using it now since I came back from Sedona consistently. I did try to smoke it. I rolled it up in a little raw paper. It was like, you know, and maybe, I'm not gonna lie, I probably will put some in my pipe next, but it's just one of those things that I didn't want to smoke it. Like, I would rather, if I want to smoke something, I would rather it be some greenery, you know. But that's not neither here nor there. Like I said, I've been still using my hemp. Now, to move forward, I want to go right on into the next video, y'all. I'm gonna go to my history again. It's another video. All this stuff is lining up, and I should have stopped the video when I first when he was talking about the weather. And I be sharing this stuff, y'all. I used to share it with everybody, and then everybody thought I was crazy. So now I just share like minds. You gotta watch what you share, child. They'll try to commit you to the crazy hospital. So
in glass years, they saw that anybody who's left will be living. They won't be. You know how to sustain yourself and your family. Make sure. I don't want to get hostile today. Let me take it back a notch. Let me chill out. Okay, let me. All I'm saying is that we're in whole shift mode. I hope you are excited. I am very excited. I've been waiting and anticipating for years.
okay. So we're gonna give the sister the same respect. We'll start from the beginning. Not the music though.
Bahamas, Puerto Rico represent, Belize represent a little further south. We also have a married couple. Yay! We got a married couple who has been married married who met themselves on the show and were hanging out.
Yeah, let me hide. I hide the camera because sometimes I be sitting in shot with my mouth open, and then I go back to the video and I'm like, oh, why was I looking like that?
The Galactics, the Andromedans, the Pelagians. Hold on, be patient with me. I'm going to read it now. So this is
a letter that someone emailed her. Y'all, keep a close eye on your babies, your children, your seeds.
Someone shared. Now, the person who shared it, their whole page was taken down and the post was erased. You know how when things happen, strange things happen, all of a sudden it disappears. Well, this post, and I see that my YouTube thing is already glitching out. So let me get this out quickly. Okay, here it is. I'm going to read it to you. Listen to what it says. This has been erased. Something bad is happening in my state. I need your expertise. Meadow Lakes subdivision in this month, 10 children so far in the middle of the night are walking out of their houses and going to the same field. When they ask the kids why they are saying they're hearing voices in their heads telling them to. Nobody's talking about it. My friend works rescue, 10 separate instances this month. Police are quite still trying to catch the person responsible, yet nobody understands what is happening. Have you ever heard of anything like this? The guy is from the same plane. Anybody want to dig in? Okay, so listen, this is happening. Where is this? What state is this? Hold on, because it's a military base near there. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the state. Hold on. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because we got more intel on it. So these children are walking out of the house, just hearing something in their head and going out to the middle. I was talking to my little cousin today about not going in the backfield. We're talking about what he had seen. Ooh, this is interesting. Thank you for that. Okay, so that post was deleted by whomever. Okay, so Susan actually went in to talk to some people that we know to find out more intel to see if this is happening to anywhere else. And come to find out, family, it's happening globally. Listen to what the responses of one of our whistleblowers said to her when she sent it to them. It says, this happened 10 times this month in her city. Okay, and our whistleblower confirmed that it's not just happening in that city, it's happening all over the United States. I'm sorry, United States of America. So I want to put that out to you, family, because apparently this is something that's going out right now. Watch the babies and see telepathically now. I don't know if you've watched the movie called, it's with Nicolas Cage. Many of you know this movie. I forgot what it's called. It's with Nicolas Cage. Remember, all the children were being saved to go onto another planet. Does anyone remember this episode? This movie? It was a movie with Nicolas Cage, and the cataclysm was coming. It was like a pole ship was coming, big cataclysms. It was like everybody was preparing. Nobody knew what to do. People were just basically, what is it called? Does someone know? The Knowing. Thank Oz. Big up to Oz for the sake of her. This is what I'm saying. The Knowing. It was a movie called Thank You, Oz. I love you. In my brain. It's called The Knowing, where all of a sudden, all the kids were saved. Like all the kids at the end of the movie were saved. Okay, so they were taken away and saved. Now, if you remember that movie, and also someone also mentioned Children of the Corn, where children were hearing voices and they killed all their parents and they were just living in a town. Now, remember Children of the Dam too? The children who were born out of town, they were like, telepathic, they were like alien hybrids born at the same people, they had blonde hair, blue eyes, and they were like, So we have to be mindful that this is happening, but let me tell you, family, what's going to bother you is that I have an earthquake alert. Okay, so I get earthquake alerts all day, every day long. Okay, for the last month and a half, there has been so many earthquakes that it would frighten you. We had an earthquake in Alaska. We had an earthquake in Japan. We had another earthquake in Ecuador. We had an earthquake let me give you the census of all the earthquakes. We had at least 60 earthquakes within the last month alone. Every day, daily, in totally different areas. They're not even related to one another. Italy had an earthquake. Okay, thank you, Eric. Italy just had the earthquake. Remember that, what was the bridge that fell in? Was it the bridge that fell in Italy, or was that Spain? The bridge where the 30 people passed away. I think it was Spain, or was that Italy? We are in full-blown pole shift. I told you it was coming, and this is what is happening. We are accelerating. We are fully in the pole shift. The whole planet is shaking up. We have big-size hailstorms coming in one city the size of this in a city that's hot. What was it? Italy? No, I think Italy had it. Was it Italy? One of the European countries where one day it was hot as all heck. It was like 80 degrees, and then a couple of hours later, big hail, there was snow on the ground with big pieces of hail coming down. Okay, so we're having anomalies, weather anomalies that are coming because the poles are now shifting. Okay, we have not only that, we have heat on the planet everywhere. And thank you for who just gave me the intel. Hold on, I always like to give shout outs to the people who give me intel during the day, especially when I'm really busy. We just got intel on the acceleration of the fires in California, that the planes that are coming in that are supposed to be extinguishing the fires are intel. Big up to, I think it was Jason. I'm sorry if I'll give him a shout out in a minute. They are putting accelerant on those fires. So instead of putting the fires out, normally they put something down on the fires and it simmers it down. The planes have been noted. There was a firefighter who just did an interview saying that he saw them spraying accelerants on those fires rather than putting the fires down. Now, we have people in London and a lot of places where the heat is so hot, it's so unremarkable hot that it's to the point where their windows are exploding. Big to Maitreya, who just told me that it was so hot in London, which was they don't have air conditioners because they're not adjusted. They're not used to having big heat waves. That it got so hot that the window exploded. That's how hot it got in London. So we're in full pole shift. We're having weather anomalies on every point on the planet. You're having flooding in areas that are not normally flood zones, and you're having exponential heat in other places where it normally is moderate to cool. Okay? Now, the issue is when we discussed this, years ago, I'd like to gloat on it. It's not to say that I've been prepping for Polestar for a while. So many of you have been part of my YouTube. You already know that I talked about this for years. But when I initially started talking about the pole shift, everybody thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They literally thought I was losing my mind. We are in full pole shift. Oh, I'm sorry, my hair is... Remember, this is my bedtime hair. So listen, family, it is what it is. I'm in jungle mode. I'm ready for the jungle. Listen, I am ready for the jungle. My hair is already in jungle mode. We are now in full pole shift. Now, when I made the call before, it didn't have a general synopsis of years. Now I have a pretty definitive time frame of the years that are coming. Okay, so I already said we did the prepper thing on Patreon. You already saw. I showed you what I do, how I get down as a prepper. Now we're in full-on pole shift. Now, there's nowhere, if you're being motivated to leave where you are, see, it's starting to glitch. Okay, family, let me calm down, because I think I'm glitching the phone. Okay, let me calm down, because I glitched I may be glitching the... Anytime we talk about the pole shift, they try to mess up my feed. Listen, so the time frame I told you that we are going to have this pole shift is now, instead of 7 years, now it is 6 years, because we already passed a year. Okay, so 6.5 years roughly, give or take a couple months. Okay, maybe even a year, but I say 6.5 years. there's going to be a pull-on flip with the poles. It's already happening. The poles are actually shifting. It already is. Where the North Pole was before, it is not. The South Pole is moving. It's already, for those who are in the aviation field, you see this daily because the poles will shift. They even have to remark the places that people's planes take off from. They have to remark it sometimes because now due south and due north change so dramatically that it's ridiculous. So the pole shift is on, okay? It is what it is. You know what is happening. Our people know. That's all that matters. And yes, Eric, the North Pole is in Siberia now. Now, the fact of the matter is, the whole planet is changing. And if you notice the madness, the animals are dying. Now we have this red algae in Florida that is killing fish, dolphins, and sea lions. No one can go to the shore. So, first of all, Florida gets occasionally this type of algae because when it's so hot. But when it gets so hot, it changes the biochemistry of the waterways. And then you start having algae that changes because algae, to a certain degree, does need a certain amount of oxidization. And when it changes and doesn't and disallows for a certain amount of that pH to be balanced with the waterways, then you get that huge permeation of all this algae that's killing all the fish. So now in Florida, I just on the radio, I just heard that they're having grants sent here for like a couple million to come and clean it up. But how are you going to clean up dead animals and dead fish? And they're telling people it's okay to. It's killing the sea lions and the dolphins, but they're telling people it's okay to go swimming in that ocean. Use your due diligence, everyone, okay? Yes, there's industrial, you're right, Eric, it's industrial waste as well, okay? And they're purposefully causing the fires to be accelerated in California. According to this firefighter whistleblower who stated he watched as planes were going back and forth, shooting down chemicals that normally would disintegrate fires that were exasperating the fires. Okay? People are losing their minds. I walked outside my bubble, and I saw, it looked like the purge. People because remember, with the pole shift, people who are in balance will be even more imbalanced. So be mindful of people, places, and things because, I walked outside, I went to this other place across town, and I'm seeing people acting erratically. And I know it has to do with, remember, biochemically, just like the birds and animals, we're affected by pole shifts, especially if we're imbalanced. Now, if you're in frequency with Mother Tiamat, you're doing everything necessary to keep in a healthy homeostasis, then you will be all right for this. You follow your first mind. Remember, we talked about this. We also talked about the fact that the matter is, whatever is motivating, if you're being motivated to leave where you are, meaning that everything in your neighborhood is changing, you feel uncomfortable, everything is causing distress or adversity where you are, that's the whisper. Remember I said you get the whisper, the knocking, and the kick down the door? That's the whisper that it's time to move. And that's the sign that your environment is telling you it's not safe where you are. And to be honest, you will be in safety if you're in the frequency, because remember, we're going to the golden age. So it's a beautiful time. There's zero to be afraid of. If you're a healthy person and you came here to return back home, you're hearing your homing signal, and it's telling you, I told you, my homing signal is telling me to go to the jungles of South America and enjoy the pole shift from that vantage point. Okay? People think it's a joke. I have people daily who know me personally who look at me like, why are you going to South America when all the people from South America are coming here? You know why they're doing that, right? You know why they're making all the South Americans leave? Because that is where the safest place is for some people. Okay? All the Brazilians are coming to the States and leaving those. All the Venezuelans, they're pushing all the Venezuelans out of South America, but they're pushing them here to the States, United States. So they're actually pushing them out of the countries that they actually want to inhabit. That's what they did in Africa. they're trying to make people leave areas. That's why they give all these Africans from all kinds of African regions scholarships to go to Europe, so they can get them all out of Africa, so they can go and take over the resources and go to their land and take over the land, because all the Africans will be in Europe. It's the same thing that they're doing to all the South Americans. They're telling all the South Americans, come, we'll give you a free. You'll have political asylum here in the States. And then they come to the States, leave their homes, and all of a sudden, all the, the Bilderbergs and everybody are building up all these underground bunkers, these luxurious places in South America. People going to South Americans and being pushed out to come here. But we know that. I'm already starting up tonight. Is regentrification of the whole freaking planet. It's South America regentrification. Speaking of Venezuela, they have pirates now because the conditions live there hardly. You know why they're doing it? They're pushing all the Venezuelans out. I know Venezuelans here now, they cannot go home. And they tell them, you're not allowed to come home. So if you get political asylum, if your mother dies in Venezuela, you can't go home. If something happens, your house burns up, you can't go home. So why are they doing that? Why are you telling people they can't come home? If they're political, I understand if they're unsafe, but there's a reason. Do you understand? They're getting them out of the places that are the places that they absolutely want for themselves. Same with Africa. They did it all over Africa. There's Africans living in Russia right now because they told them, oh, go get the free education. And you see how it's crazy, how they're flipping with the truth? They're talking about all the immigration into Europe, about all these North Africans, everybody coming, all the Serbians coming into Europe. But they don't tell you that they're hurting them there. They're hurting them there. That's why all the men are there. Do you understand what they're doing? It's purposefully being done. They're saying one thing to you. Meanwhile, they're giving them incentives to go to those countries. Where are the countries? Europe is doing that. Not the countries where they're running from, but Europe is doing it. So they tell them, go start a new life. We'll give you incentives. We'll give you food, clothing, shelter. Go. Meanwhile, the political process has all their places being re-inhabited by newfound colonizers who are utilizing the resources. Is why they did the spin and switch. Why do you think they devastated those places? So they can take over, make the people leave, feel like they can't stay because they're not safe, and then take over and have cushy while they're drinking their brandies in that homeland. It is bait and switch. It is a scam, yes. Yes, 510. So I'm just saying, family, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to do it. Let me take a second. Okay, let me. Well, all I'm saying is that we're in bullshit here. I hope you are excited. I am very excited. I've been waiting and anticipating for years. The rainbow energy is all amongst us. We are going to have a couple of things happen right before this bullshit, and I hope you're prepared. Mentally and physically. I told you already, before the bullshit, you should be at your heightened health. You should make sure you go to the dentist and get all those cavities that you have fixed now, because you may not see a dentist for a long time after the bullshit. You're going to have to learn to use nature as your dental practitioners, okay? You make sure that you get make sure you have a good sustainable vitamin and mineral stockage in your foods, because you may have to be a little more restrictive in eating certain foods that you're cooking. So if you like eating all this processed food, unless you're one of the preppers who've been stocking like 100 years worth of food in some of the bunkers, then you're good. We got some hoarding preppers. We got some hoardery preppers, and I'm part of that community too. We got some hoardery preppers. We've been hoarding so much food, canned food, dry, freeze-dried food.
Hey, Pam.
Enough food to feed Africa plus some. Y'all are some hoarders.
Peace.
This doesn't like that. You hoard all that food and people, you better share when that happens. Let me not find out any of you hoarders are sitting there being fat as a hog while everybody else is starving. I'm sorry. When you see people on
Okay, y'all. We're welcoming in Miss Pam, long-time supporter. And you know, long time could be short time. You know, time doesn't really exist. But me and Pam being here by ourselves sometimes. Because I be needing somebody to talk to. And she do too. So hey Pam, come on in. We were just listening to Flirt Porn. I'm gonna fast forward to phone call. She was talking about hoarding and being prepared for the pole shift. People don't believe it's gonna happen. You know, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't make it false if you don't believe it. So, you know.
field? Is that the AI tool? You know, let's kind of kick it in. We're gonna read some of the comments on here to see what people think about. Okay. Let's get to the phone lines up. Phone lines getting full. All right. 515-605.
Okay, and she also was talking about how children all over the states are being called outside of their homes at night, saying they heard a voice saying go out there. So keep an eye, right? Best to be safe than sorry. Well, my husband, he was thinking I was going crazy at first. So then he heard somebody say, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And it made a lot of sense to him. And that's what made him okay with, you know, let's try to be a little prepared. But yeah, keep your eyes on your seeds, your children, your seeds. That's what I'm trying to say. And she also said that this movie called The Knowing with Nick Cage, I'm thinking the Crazy Horses got me shifted. Nick Cage is about, you know, children being saved. I don't know. I saw if it was on Netflix. It's not on there. So I don't know how I'm gonna see it. Let me see. Oh, it's just $1.99 on YouTube. Maybe. We may watch it. But anyway, let's go back to the video. And this man finna call in. Y'all listen to what this dude is saying.
I'm not even to see anybody's calling in. Let me get my speakers. Okay. Thank you. I put the number there for you guys. So take a look at the numbers. Make sure you call early. It's a mess. No, I have my microphone. I'm a little lazy. I don't feel like taking my notes today. I'm going to use my mic. It was a gift. Hold on. It's working. Hold on.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Ah, yes, I can. Peace. Who are we talking to?
Wait.
Hey, Wade 13's on the line. What's good?
Everything is all right. I just wanted to, give my 2 cents.
Please do.
Oh, watch speaker.
Okay.
Oh.
Wade 13's going to come in and give us a little intel.
All right. Sorry for the background noise. I'm outside.
No worries.
Yeah. I just wanted to comment about the bullshit and, all these people taking over the countries and hurting our people.
Yeah.
In a different direction.
Yes.
My 2 cents on it, my take on it is that it doesn't really matter because, like I said, and I said this in a previous show, the reason for the heat is because her porn, and she's doing it consciously, it's actually expanding and imploding at the same time. So whatever underground bases that they think they're going to run to, that's not going to work because the whole planet is about to implode. I mean, in past cycles, you had, ascension, whatever you want to call it, ascension. I don't really like that term. I would say transition. Mm-hmm. You know And basically what she's saying is, you know, whoever she had contract with, she's telling them to get off. And some people don't remember that. And we know who those people are.
Yes.
The regressive ETs who've been controlling things.
Exactly.
They are being very stubborn, so they're going to perish when the time comes. And it doesn't matter what underground base they want to run to, this earth is going to become a star. And I don't think any living thing who want to remain 3D is going to survive that. No. Not this time. This is the last time. So as a school or a training ground, she's done. All right. Sorry for the background noise. I'm outside.
No worries.
I had to rewind it.
I just wanted to comment about the bullshit and, you know, all these people taking on the country and hurting other people.
Yeah.
In a different direction.
Yes.
My 2 cents on it, my take on it is that it doesn't really matter because, like I said, and I said this in a previous show, the reason for me is because her core, and she's doing it consciously, it's actually expanding and imploding at the same time. So whatever underground bases that they think they're going to run to, that's not going to work because the whole planet is about to implode. I mean, in past cycles, we had, you know, ascension. What do you want to call it? Ascension. I don't really like that term. I would say transition.
Mm-hmm.
There are times that call transition about the left the 3D Earth space. Not this time. This is the last time. So, as a school or a training ground, she's done. Her contract is over. And basically what she's saying is, you know, whoever she had contract with, she's telling them to get off. And some people don't remember that. And we know who those people are.
Yes.
The progressive ETs who've been controlling things.
Exactly.
They are being very stubborn, so they're going to perish when the time comes. And it doesn't matter what underground base they want to run to, this earth is going to become a star. And I don't think any living thing who want to remain 3D is going to survive that. No. Because the vibration will be so high at that point, they'll just vanish. But they'll probably reincarnate on another planet, likely, and continue their journey there. But this planet is done with all that as a training ground. And so far, a lot of these idiots don't want to listen, so.
It isn't true, they expand them.
They think.
Expanding is why we're seeing all the fishes opening up. Everything's opening up because it's expanding. Right?
Yes, but her inner core is getting hotter and hotter. And the vibration is speeding up. And not only that, it's also affecting every living thing on her body on the planet.
Yes.
So as she expands, they're expanding inside too, inside out.
I'm noticing
and this is the holding beacon that I was talking about.
I agree with you. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you, but that's also why people are going through a lot of people are going through a physical purge right now. I notice a lot of people with stomach issues, a lot of people having breathing issues. Their bodies are changing and morphing to prepare for this expansion.
Well, it's the microcosm of the macrocosm, because we're connected to her in the universe, and it's a fractal reality.
That's right.
And this earth, and I mean, I think I described it in the past show. It's a fractal reality, and that's why it's so dense. But it's a compressed reality. In a way, it's both, but it's a compression and also an expansion. There's an equilibrium there. It's like a beating heart, a heart pump contracts and then expands. It's like that. But then it keeps expanding and contracting at the same exact rate. So it's always expanding and contracting and growing. And now that momentum is kicked up a notch right now. We're entering a hyperdimensional state. Yeah. And it's triggering the spin rate of every atomic structure and subatomic structure in the reality. And that's why it's affecting every living thing on the
expanding. But then again, you know, the other, because you know, it's polarity. It's a polarity reality. So as we're expanding, you have the other negative entities.
Expanding.
They're contracting. They can't stand it. They can't stand the energy, so they're being flushed out.
I noticed that.
They're being crushed, basically, because the energy is so strong for them. And eventually they're going to perish. They're being so...
They're not able to handle. They're not able to handle the heat, and they're not able to handle the vibration, the magnetic energy.
Yes. So it doesn't really matter about their underground bases. All of that stuff is going. In terms of the forest and stuff like that, all of that's going too. That's part of Mother Earth's contract. So the Earth is, it's doing what it's, everything is happening because it's meant to happen. That's basically what I'm saying.
I agree.
Everything is going according to plan. So everything that you see in front of you, that's gone. Nothing is, none of this will be here. All of this 3D is gone. So it doesn't matter what they do or what, you know, all this thing that's physical is gone. And we don't have much turn left. It's getting speeded up every day.
It's been 6.5 years, and from my intel from some of our seers, some of our looking glass seers, they saw that anybody who's left will be living. They won't be living.
So, what y'all think? He said that the reason why so many people are being exposed and there's so much craziness going on is because the vibration is so high that people can't, they don't know what to do with it. And I do want to say that I'm glad that I moved outside the city, because before I knew anything about this or what was going on, like I say, the ambulance passing my house every day, it's something about that siren. It was literally like getting to me. And not that I was going crazy, I just did not want to hear that every morning. You waking up to sirens going, you know, all day and at night. It's like they doing the last run at night, like it was a bus service. So weird. Let's finish the call. Let's finish the video. Okay.
Anywhere like we live, everything would be gone. Every structure would be disintegrated and gone.
Yeah, from here to, because you know, you have a 2D and a 1D, and then you have 3D and then 4D. So from 4D to 1D, that's what's known as the artificial matrix. It's a synthetic construct. But then after that, you have a void, and then you have the fifth dimension. So we're imploding back to that. But we go back more advanced than we left. Once you reach that level of the fifth, then we're going to become universal creators.
Absolutely.
And that's where we're going to create that 13th dimension. We'll create a 13th dimension on top of the 12 that we currently have.
Wow. And one question.
But in terms of,
I had a question about. Yes, go ahead.
Well, we'll be in a sanctuary in 5D. We're going to go back to 5D. We'll be in a sanctuary. Then we'll go from there again.
What did you say it's called?
Those of us who graduate.
Wait, what did you say it's called? Say that again. Sanctuary. Oh, it's interesting you use that word.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a sanctuary.
I knew that.
And from there, we're going to, the ones who completed, because this was a training ground originally, they've completed the divine blueprint plan to become creators of life. It's going to be like a sanctuary.
I knew that. And
from there, we're going to, the ones who completed, because this was a training ground originally, they've completed the divine blueprint plan to become creators of light and dark, because we've mastered both polarities. We'll be able to be like a creator and create a whole dimension. And that we're going to create that 13th dimension.
Then question,
on top of the 12 that we already have.
What do you think is happening with the children leaving the house getting telepathic messages? What do you think that is? Do you think that's ET based, galactic based, or do you think they're that's diabolical?
Pam, you said you think hell is getting larger and hotter. Well, when you think about it, what they tell you that hell is really the center of the earth. So both of you all are very accurate. That's what he said. It's imploding from the inside. So that's on point.
I think that's nefarious. Negative ET that's doing it, and also the government, because some of that technology is of ET origin.
Okay. So I thought it was AI. I was correct.
In the past, yes. Well, there's 3 levels that's being imposed on the planet right now, and I described that in a past show.
Mm-hmm.
The first level, the Illuminati and the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergers, that level is being pushed up by level 2. Level 2 is what's coming in right now.
Okay.
And that's the ET and the hierarchy and the Galactic Federation and all. That's the part, the level 2, which is being run by AI God.
Yeah.
And that's going to be part of the last stage of this test. That was a training ground.
And they have to be able to that's where your deciphering comes into play, because you have to be able to know if it's organic or if it's part of the trickery, the non-organic matrix.
Yeah, it's going to be like a test. But for this group, and we're going to get through it a little easier because, we met. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Most people would have known this information if we hadn't met, or it would have been harder. But I have other contacts who noticed, and we're known as universals, because we don't know what to do. We don't know what the trick is.
Absolutely. And I anticipate false flag and false ETs, false UFO encounters, because that's part of the false flags too that they may do.
Yeah, so I know that's the reason why I met you that time when I first came on the show.
Yes.
That everything's orchestrated from it's meant to be. So you're gonna have level 2 is coming in right now. The ETs are gonna come, And I had, my friend on the show.
Yes.
About, he said the ETs are gonna come with the care packages.
Yes.
I'll represent those guys, keep my friend and everything, but I respect everybody's path. That's what I permit. Doesn't mean that's where I'm going or where you gotta go.
Okay.
There'll be a free will choice. But because we're universals, and I'll introduce you to some more because there's a few of us on the planet right now. Mm-hmm. We present the whole thing because it's universal. Mm-hmm. We operate from a universal construct. So the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's a training ground. That's how you execute.
Yes.
So level 2 is coming in, the AI got it, and that's what's been slowly taking over. You see it everywhere around you. Just everybody's glued to their phones, it's slowly taking over.
Well, I see, we noticed that, okay, so the nefarious are messing with the children. That's something to be concerned with. Family, if you see your children doing something odd, it's a test, they're testing probably certain children to see who is affected by those low field telepathic messages that are coming probably from low elf waves. So be mindful of the children, watch your babies, make sure you watch some of the behavior of the children just to see if that's something that is plausible or they're being affected by that. Which is important to all the parents. So yes, so we're full on swing in 0 point. Return to 0 point. I'm excited. Grade 13.
So level 2 is coming in right now. So the ETs are going to land. I would be. I'm not, like I said, we can't tell anybody what to do. It's universal. So we're going to be meeting with another discernment. Yeah. The good and the bad, but we're going to set the priority straight. Tell them, get off the planet. We're going to give them another warning. At that point, if they don't listen, they'll be up to that. Okay. They'll just perish.
Absolutely.
So we won't be telling anybody what path they should go.
They choose the path that they feel they deem is within alignment with them. I agree.
Yeah. And then the God of religions will show up after that. People
Jesus is coming out the sky. Yeah. Jesus is coming in the sky. I already anticipate they're going to do that one. They may.
Yeah. The organic path is us. We'll be the ones left after this whole planet implodes. This 3D reality. So we'll go go through all of that.
Absolutely. And they already have some of the crystal cities already prepared for us.
Yes.
And that's the sanctuary.
But after this planet gets old, it'll be like a star. It won't look like a 3D planet. You know, all from 3D to 4D.
That's the gold. But that's the antidote of the whole golden age. The golden age is kind of like talking about the implosion builds, makes her into a star.
It actually goes beyond that. But I'll explain that another time, because I know that's the first time.
Okay.
Unless you want me to go into more detail.
No, that's fine.
You want me to go into more detail?
No, that's good. We'll do that another time. Give the bits and pieces.
No, it's up to you, because I know other people have questions. So
yeah. No, but we're on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, we do bits and pieces. We do a little bit. This is the YouTube. Normally we have the other group that we discuss it, that more awareness of everything. So that we could get more into Q&A with that. But it's just a main page today. So
okay. Y'all know how to go find that video and finish it for yourselves. The last video. Let me go back to my history and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah, I could not go to bed. I would be laying in the bed thinking about how I should have shared this information when I was led to share it. So we're gonna go right to Sister Stone.
Real life. Pick up Aretha Franklin, everybody. Yeah. Later.
Shout out to my Sedona crew and Sister Stone. Like I said, I'll be forever grateful to have met all of y'all. Yeah, they do whatever they can to try to destroy, and it's gonna be all the way to the last moment. That's why you gotta really, really be meditating and getting your stuff aligned. It's very detrimental and it's very serious and urgent right now.
All right. I greet you in the spirit of Osho, which is the spirit of love. All right, family. There's a lot we need to talk about. So no, the sidebar is not open. I will open up the dialogue in the comment section below this video, and we can talk about serious talking, because you know what, over the past few days, over the past few weeks, probably leading up into this past Sedona trip, the spirit had been kind of dealing with me in the way that, our people, just the entertainment, we want to be entertained. Everything is about the entertainment. And while a lot of people, they visit sites like YouTube and Facebook, a lot of people are searching for information, things that will help to elevate them and evolve them. A lot of stuff that's out here is a lot of misinformation. And another thing that, Spirit wanted me to share with you all is that there is a lot of misinformation that is being purposely fed to you all. So, number one, to keep you distracted, and even on a spiritual level, there's a lot of misinformation that, humans, we think that we're so entitled, and we think that we are so intelligent. We think that because we created devices that can help us, watch the globe from space, and we think that we've created all of these wonderful technologies. We really think that we have it figured out. And the truth of the matter is that we don't have it figured out, family. And this is why the earth is in a state of almost shock. Okay, and I want to talk a little bit about that. And I want to first share with you the stone of the day. Aphrodite stone. I want to share with you the stone of the day. This is a green obsidian. I've been working with this green obsidian and just vibing with its energy
I got this in Sedona, and since I got back, I've just been working with it. What you know about obsidian is volcanic glass. It's a firestone. I love obsidian. It's just, you hear about the black obsidian for protection. But this green obsidian does wonders for healing. It does wonders for helping to lift the heart chakra, open the heart chakra, cleanse and clear the heart chakra. So get you a piece of green obsidian. All right. Again, our condolences to the family members and descendants of Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin made a huge impact. And I'm not just mentioning that just because she was, a celebrity. People die every day and they don't get shout outs by, YouTube personalities and whatnot. But Aretha Franklin truly, when they called her the Queen of Soul, it was because she could sing a song and touch you, like really touch you in your soul. You make me feel like a natural woman. You understand what I'm saying? So big up to one of the most beautiful natural women that ever did it, Aretha Franklin. So as you can see, kind of, sort of, in the reflection of the mirror is the altar here at the Ocean House Spiritual Healing Temple in Tucson, Arizona. Okay, so if you follow me on the Facebook, which is the Facebook, what's going on, family? Greetings to everybody that's joining. Don't be alarmed. I will be opening up the comment section below the video. The sidebar is not open because we got to get this, man. We got to be less distracted. One of the reasons why the earth is shaking up the way that it is because we're too distracted. We're way too distracted. Like I've been noticing a lot of fuckery, going on in society. You got these babies being murdered and traded, in the sex trade and different things. There's a lot of things going on. Our people are in cults where their minds are being manipulated and where their souls are being snatched, and people aren't, what grandmother used to say, behaving with the good sense that God gave them. We are slowly becoming unraveled. And while there are a lot of people out here placed strategically, and some just kind of sprouting up, here and there are people that are trying, they're working. They use this term light worker, but we understand what it is, whatever you want to call it. If you're making an impact on the earth to shift the earth's consciousness and its frequency to one that is stable, number one, because the earth is unstable. It is not stable. There's a lot of instability going on within the universe, a lot of unstable acts. Oh yeah, I'm getting them. Don't worry, you're going to get more. Okay, so there's a lot of instability in the earth right now. What's happening as human beings are slowly but surely having their souls snatched. There's not enough work being done to stabilize it. There's not enough. We had hail here the other day in Arizona. When it rained, it was hailing. Arizona. 107, 108 degree temperatures. During monsoon season, we had hail the other day. Here we have in Tucson here and in Phoenix has spectacular lightning shows. But here we have where the lightning just dances throughout the sky. It just Shango speaking, talking, Anyway, so I want to get back to the altar really quick. The altar here in the Ocean House Spiritual Temple, I'm going to turn it around and see if you guys can get a good look at that altar. So a lot of sisters, if they follow me on the Facebook, I let everybody know that Oshun had instructed me to open the altar. There are candles lit for sisters who send in their makeup. Oshun being the goddess of embodying the energy, embodying love, beauty, fertility, sexuality, sensuality, reflection of self-love.
sisters, for your petition. You send in your makeup, you send in your gifts, new, not used, new, not used. And all of those beautiful things that are placed on the altar for sisters desiring pregnancy and want that energy and that and to communicate with the Orisha and the ancestors on their behalf. You can go to the Dollar Tree, get a little dollar store or pregnancy test. You can mail it in. I'll make sure that you guys get the address by the end of this video. All right, to mail in your donations for the altar. And let the spirit of love work for you. Allow Oshun to work for you. Nobody's charging you for love stuff. All right, so you send in your brand new makeup, perfume. Oh my God, these sisters are sending in beautiful things. Sisters sent in some mirrored earrings. I know Oshun, I love them, but I was like, oh wait. Brother Stone was like, no, they're Oshun. And they went right on the altar. So, compact mirrors, because, when we talk about Oshun, we are talking about the self-reflection. One of the things that she carries throughout the dimensions with her is the mirror, because the mirror allows us to see into different dimensions. All right, so anyway, that's a story for another day. All right, so I want to talk about, the title of this video is Purge or Be Purged. Purge now or be purged. Yeah, there's a lot of purging going on, isn't it? We talked about this Lion's Gate. A lot of aggression moving through this particular Lion's Gate. I think this particular Lion's Gate portal, the energy was just a little bit more aggressive than it was last year, if you guys remember. In 2017, we went through a Lion's Gate as well. But this one was really intense. Like, I don't know if you guys feel it, still feeling the energy off of it, and then going through that super new moon in Leo with that partial solar eclipse. Some say in Cancer, some say also in Leo. So it kind of just depends on, how you're tracking the stars. But a very, very, as I was telling you all in a previous video, as we were going into the Lion's Gate, a time for standing up for your beliefs, being courageous. But there was also, you step in the lion's den. Like, don't mistake a sleeping lion for a dead lion. Let me pull that up. Don't mistake a sleeping lion for a dead lion. And the thing about it is, a lot of you all want to dance around with your meat drawers on. You know what I mean? You want to dance around with your meat drawers and your meat shoes and all of that, just smelling like fresh blood, and you want to dance in front of the lion. And the lion will devour you. All right. So, unless you are operating on the frequency of the regality of the lion, the loyalty, the grace, even when you see a lion walk, I mean, even in its stride, when it's running, when it's on the prowl, when it's running, there's a particular grace that the lion has with it. But have you ever seen a male lion just walk? There's a certain amount of grace and regality, poise, this self-confidence. So as you are moving into this day and hopefully still vibing off of that energy, a lot of people are gaining the confidence, a lot of endings, people ending things, just prepping the way for new beginnings. That's all, prepping the way for new beginnings. But there was a lot of aggression, I noticed, moving through, and lessons in love. Oshun taught me a very, very, very important lesson recently, and I'm so grateful just to the ancestors, the Igun, and I am grateful, to the Creator, just for existence, for our being here in this time, and for those of us that have a mind to do something to shift. Now, wildfires in California, they're off the chain. So we're talking about the Leo, we're talking about the sun, we're talking about all this yellow, we're talking about the fire sign, What is the sign? What is the sign? What is the symbols coming out of, let's say, for example, how these wildfires are just raging out of control? And you notice each year it gets a little worse and worse. The earth is shaking up. Purge now, family, or be purged. You understand what I'm saying? When you look at, I want to thank the sister Patricia, and I'm not sure of her last name, but not the sister that joined us in Sedona, but there's another sister Patricia that is connected to me, and she sent me a video, which was quite alarming, because before I moved to Arizona, I didn't know how close Tucson was to a fault line. And so she sent me this video, and I believe here in Arizona, there's something called, I believe it was called the San Ritas fault line. And so, you know, all of that, and remembering that we're right here close to the border of Mexico, and earthquakes in Mexico, Japan, you know, all over the place. Things are shaking up a bit, family. Purge now or be purged. Remember all of the, in addition to the seismic activity, we're needing to kind of focus on, remember the volcanic activity, remember Yellowstone, remember all of these things that are happening. So you have your religious folk that will tell you the end is nigh, the end is nigh, Christ is here, or it's the end of days. You know, we don't want to get off into the fear mongering, but we do want you to be consciously aware as spiritualists, as people who are more so aligned with cosmic vibration, I'd like to say, if that's all right. We want you to be aware, and, you know, again, planetary energies, cosmic influences, war going on outside of the earth, not to mention what's going on in the earth. Remember, as above, so below. You know, as it is in heaven, so it is on earth. So wouldn't, as we talk about reflections and different things like that, wouldn't it be safe to assume that what we're experiencing here on earth is just kind of in line with what our universe is experiencing? And so the best thing that you can do, rather than run and hide, and you hear people talking about prepping, prep what? Prep what? what you prepping for? You know, when you talk about prepping for a civil breakdown, you know, economic breakdown, that's one thing. But what can prepare you for a cataclysmic event? What can prepare you for that other than aligning your consciousness with whatever truth you can grasp onto that will allow you to shift your frequency? Because remember, I said it, a lot of other people out here saying it, right? That the earth is going to make these changes with or without you. So the best that you can do is purge now or be purged. People die every day, just like people are born every day. You know, people also have miscarriages every day. People have abortions every day. You know, with the different, as the different conspiracy theorists continuously speaking about these agendas to depopulate and to population control and different things like that. Well, we are out of control, and no one else would have to control you if you take control of yourself. Are you with me? Are you with me? See, one of the beautiful lessons that I learned over the past couple of days about the energy of Oshun, and one of the reasons that she carries a mirror is because we are being gently reminded to always look at our own reflection before we can begin to see the disastrous, nasty, ugly things that are going on around us. You know, we need to look in the mirror first and imagine if each person took that advice. And it's utterly impossible because most people, most of you, may not even care, right? But imagine if the way that you viewed the world, if you could put that aside for a minute, right? If you could put that aside for a minute and pick up a mirror, look at the mirror and look at yourself. Look at yourself. It's very important that we make the necessary changes. These changes including thought patterns, the way that we eat, being able to dissolve and resolve situations that would cause you sadness, anger, depression, fear, anxiety. Dissolve or resolve. Or resolve and dissolve. Either way, if there are situations, people, remember this Lionsgate energy is all about shedding of the old. Taking it off, baby. Taking it off, taking it all the way off. And seeing what you've got under the skin. There's an illusion. There's a serious perpetuation of delusion that is being beamed into this planet. And what this delusion is the delusion that we are somehow different. That there is one superior race over another. This is what we the melanated folk, y'all got to, like it or leave me alone. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, we always holler about black power, black power, black power, but many of us are not moving and acting in that power. So when we talk about who is a superior race, these are the delusions that are being beamed onto this planet that cause this diversion called division. Are you with me? This diversion called division that causes us to somehow think we are different from one another. And when people think, here's what happens. When a group of people think that another group of people are better than them and they begin to feel feelings of inferiority, then they get what y'all call that hating, that oh my God, he thinks he's better, she thinks she's better. And then the group that feels that they are superior looks down at everyone else as to say, who is more superior when we are all faced with the same fate? Meaning what? Meaning that if there is a planet X, Nibiru, if there is some sort of second sun or of Earth hiding behind where we can't see it, or some sort of mothership that may come, or some sort of, if there is any of these things that may happen, where can you hide? You think you're going to run inside the Earth, baby? You think that's where you're going? When the Earth is already shaking you up out of it. Where you think you're going? Oh, I know where you think you're going. You think you're going to board a ship and take your happy ass out of space. Is that where you think you're going? No. Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Where do you think you're going? You're going to stand and face your judgment. Purge now or be purged, family. I'm talking to the family now. And so, who's my family? Let me go ahead and clarify this for anybody that's listening. My family, greetings to those that are just joining my station and want to be a part of my star group, my soul group, because remember what my name has always been. We're not into titles, don't get me wrong. But my name has always been Aphrodite Stone, the star seed healer. I didn't just stop it at Aphrodite Stone, the Black Goddess Unbreakable. I went on to reiterate the star seed healer, meaning that I make a connection with my star power. I make a connection with cosmic consciousness. I receive downloads that come from infinite intelligence all day, every day. Everything doesn't come from a video. Everything doesn't come from a book. I've got my star power. Do you have yours? So my family are those people that have tapped into their star power. Those people that realize that this condition, this earthly condition, is but temporary. When you get to listen. Attachments. Material possessions, possessions. You think you own something. What do you really own? You really are. You know. So this is something that I've been downloading. This is something that I've been downloading. In addition to that, respect the woman. Respect the woman. Do you not see? And I'm not talking about no feminist. None of these ideas that were birthed out of. Let's just say somewhere else. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the divine feminine. I'm talking about how can we say God the Father and we do not honor the mother when we know that it took both a father and mother for us to be here. Balance, my aunt. What is just? What is just? We gotta recognize, family. We gotta recognize, purge now or be purged. The earth has been trying to communicate with us for a very long time. What has the earth been saying to us? I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm depressed. You poison my waters. You dump garbage all over me. You mess up my streams. You put things into my soil that causes my children to be poisoned. The earth has been trying to communicate with us for quite some time. We've just not been listening. Because somebody thought that they knew better than infinite intelligence. Somebody thought that they had all the answers. You got a lot of people all over this world that say something is coming. They say, we feel something is coming. Some of them say, I know something is coming. They are preparing for something. What are they preparing for? Because everybody feels like something is coming. Well, if y'all felt like something was coming, I mean, if you really, really felt like something was coming, wouldn't it serve you just a little to raise your frequency? It ain't about how much you can go stock up from the Walmart and stock up your garage or your pantry or your basement. I mean, we ain't talking about that type of preparation, because guess what? If a nuke hit this bitch, your physical is burnt up in an instant. What's all that paper towels and canned beans and dry goods? What's that gonna do? Nada. Nada. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Welcome. Come on in.
Like, I've been working with this grain obsidian. I've been working with this grain obsidian because I hold it in my left hand and I meditate my questions into the universe, and I say, why are the people so stubborn? It's like now when we read biblical stories, or when the biblical stories were read to us, and you had these really, really God-loving people that wanted to do right and wanted to walk and live and act and think and behave in a frequency of love and righteousness, right? And then they would look around at the world and just be saddened. Why is the world so wicked? How many more are going to have to perish? These are the thoughts they used to have. These are the things that they used to write. But can you feel it like I feel it? How many of us look around at what's going on and we get completely and utterly saddened? And we know where fate lies, because you can see it. It doesn't take a psychic to show you that. Y'all going to hell in a handbasket. You gotta get it in order. You gotta get it together, family. You gotta purge now. So let's talk about what do we mean by purge. Let's detoxify mind, body, and spirit. Detoxify your body. I look at what they do to the food And when I say what they do to the food, like how the chickens are just crammed together. You have some they call free range and all this old stuff like that. No antibiotics, no this, no that, because everybody's still trying to push that meat agenda on you. Still eat it. They still killing these animals. Well, you must know that the chicken was bred for human consumption anyway, because thousands of years ago, even hundreds of years ago, so there was not really a thing as a chicken. That thing was bred for y'all to eat it. So, you develop this disdain for things when you know how it's treated. Now, let's look at hundreds of years ago when they grew their own chickens and stuff like that, and Granny would get out there and wring its neck and do different things like that. And they grew it with love. They know what they fed it, and different things. And so they knew the vibration of the animal. See, when you consume blood, and not that what you get, the dead carcass is not that that's blood, that's chemicals and that's dye and all of that, because that meat would be rancid. Is that what y'all think that red stuff is? Blood? No, it's not blood. It's not blood. Blood would get brown, don't it? Get a scab, let the blood dry up on you, your nose start bleeding. You know what I'm talking about. It gets brown, it begins to oxidize, or it oxidates, and when the air hits it and it changes color, it gets brown. Even though they call it some plastic covering, that's not blood. So you got to detoxify the body. You got to detoxify the mind by purging of deadly thoughts.
I gotta hear that again.
You know what I'm talking about. It gets brown. It begins to oxidize, or it oxidates, and when the air hits it and it changes color, it gets brown. Even though they call it some plastic covering, that's not blood. So you got to detox and do different things like that. And they grew up with love. They know what they fed it, and different things. And so they knew the vibration of the animal. See, when you consume blood, and not that what you get, the dead carcass is not that that's blood, that's chemicals and that's dye and all of that, because that meat would be rancid. Is that what y'all think that red stuff is? Blood? No, that's not blood. That's not blood. Blood would get brown, don't it? Get a scab, let the blood dry up on.
What you say, Pam? I'm reading it, but I don't understand. You need to hear what she's saying.
And your nose start bleeding. You know what I'm talking about. It gets brown. It begins to oxidize, or it oxidates. And when the air hits it and it changes color, it gets brown. Even though they call it some plastic covering, that's not blood. So you got to detoxify the body. You got to detoxify the mind by purging of deadly thoughts. What are deadly thoughts? Deadly thoughts. There was something, I was listening to the Breakfast Club. I often listen to the Breakfast Club, and I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and there was a rapper's ex-girlfriend was talking about how she wanted to commit suicide, or posting about committing suicide on social media and different things like that. And deadly thoughts, toxic thoughts. How do you shield yourself from deadly and toxic thoughts? Watch what you're taking in. Like, you guys love it. You guys are all for it. You live for it. And that's what's going to kill you. They say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I'll never forget the brother that killed a young woman on the Facebook Live. I'll never forget that, because he said, you want to be famous? Oh, I'll make you famous. And shot her dead. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Y'all live for this drama, this nonsense, this destruction, instead of uplifting ones and ones where we find pleasure in watching the back and forth, like I said on the Facebook the other day, like you're watching a tennis match, backward and forward, back this way, that way, the other way, watching the destruction of humanity, finding pleasure in it, finding humor in it. You really think you're going to have the last laugh, though? It's not a laughing matter. You need to be turning your energies and directing your focus inward. Examine who you are. Look in the mirror. In the spirit of Oshun, I say to you, examine the mirror. The mirror won't lie. The camera may add a couple of pounds, right? But the mirror won't lie. And sometimes you have to look deep, 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 deep into that mirror and see the reflections of love or hate or destruction all around you. You have to see it for what it is, family. We have to see it for what it is. All right, so purge now or be purged. Okay, toxic foods, deadly and toxic thoughts, toxic relationships affect your aura in a way that they eventually kill you because you begin to die inside. This is why if we find that we are toxic, we are the source of toxicity in our relationships. This again, in the spirit of Oshun, I say to you, examine the mirror. Maybe you are the source of toxicity. But if you're a man or woman enough to face that, look in the mirror and face that, and there's something that you can do about it, you still have time. You still have time. While you have time, people are checking out every day. What type of world are we creating determines the type of world that we'll leave behind. If there is a world to leave behind. You see the world, you see it heating up. We talk about pole shifts and all of this stuff. Earthquakes, volcanoes, wildfires, hail. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? We're being dragged through space. Nothing is standing still. Everything is in motion. So should your consciousness be. I love you guys. All right, listen. My website is www.aphroditestone.com. You can follow me on the Facebook at Aphrodite Stone 913. On Instagram, it's at Aphrodite Stone, as well as the Twitter. All right. If you want your private session with me, please feel free to book a session. We've got a couple of spaces left for the Activate the Goddess Retreat in San Diego. That's September 14th and 15th. I think we've only got about 2 spaces left. So you ladies, make sure that we've got some phenomenal things set up for 2019. I want to tell you ladies, East Coast, I'm coming your way, 2019. Spring solstice, we're going to be kicking off the I Feel Pretty tour, Charlotte and Atlanta. I'm coming your way. So there's going to be some seminars and workshops, some phenomenal things. So you guys get ready for that, because listen, that's going to be phenomenal. As we talk about Oshun and the spirit of love, we'll still be moving with that energy. The I Feel Pretty tour is all about, empowering you to feel beautiful about who you are. All right, so we're going to have speakers on hair, and I'm actually recruiting in those areas for people. So I may be reaching out to people in that area to be mini experts. There will be vending opportunities for vendors. All right, there'll be networking. All right, and most of all, there'll be some empowerment going on. Spirit will move powerfully. If I can open myself up as a vessel and allow Spirit to move through me, we'll be doing some powerful things. And one lucky lady in each city will win a makeover. All right. So listen, man, I love y'all, man. Make sure that you guys are doing something positive for someone else. But most of all, you're doing something positive for yourself. Until next time, I leave you all in the peace, love, and oneness of the infinite creator.
Right. That was very informative, but I was sharing all 3 of these videos with you all because they all were saying the same thing. Pay attention to the weather. I used to be subscribed to this channel here. I got it off my dang on timeline because every time I look on there, it was like earthquakes happening everywhere. And it kind of creeped me out. So, it used to be just live all the time. Every time I open up my YouTube, this channel would be at the top live, like for hours on end. Look at all these earthquakes. It's pinpointing when, where, and how. If y'all not paying attention, that's on y'all. And I'm not gonna even speak on it. I used to be so into this stuff. I'm just over the fear mongering because that's what it equals to. Push, 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 push. Look at all these earthquakes. Why they not playing that on the news over and over? Why aren't they playing this on the news over and over and over? Like they do when they trap you in that state of fear about people that look like you being gunned down for no reason. They play that over and over. But it's weather. Look at this. Why they not talking about that? And we've heard plenty of people say they will not survive their bunkers. You can run, but you can't hide. You're not going to do generations of evil and think you get to go into a bunker and preserve your life and your time. It's just not. It don't add up. Y'all gotta excuse me. And what I'm doing is trying to accomplish 15 things at once. Y'all go ahead and check Dutch Sense out. Like I said, stay live. Maybe YouTube revoked his live, or maybe he just came over here and did his own thing. This is right now, live feed. Right now, this is a live feed. In the age of information, if you choose to be ignorant, then it's a choice. Want to do one more thing with y'all. There's something was getting to me. Have to not let it get under my skin anymore. Right, because it's time to let those things go. It's keeping you in a low vibration. That's what I was saying earlier in the video, sharing with my experiences. I just decided yesterday, I've been on here for an hour. I'm finna go to bed on y'all. I decided to let it all go. I can honestly say I've seen karma come back full-fledged all the way up until today. To those that have ever wronged me, I've watched and I've been around, everything comes full circle. And that does not leave myself out. Everything comes full circle. So Just let it go. It's not even worth holding on to. Um, I want to see what this trailer is about. Maybe it'll make me pay for it on YouTube. Well, let's just see. And it's gonna be. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go to bed.
Theory of randomness says it's all simply coincidence. There is no grand meaning making it possible for you to be sitting here in this riveting lecture.
50 years ago, the students of William Dawes Elementary imagined what the future might hold. Today, we unveiled their legacy.
What you really show me is a list of dates. Every major global disaster for the last 50 years in perfect sequence. Through a piece of paper that's been buried in the ground for 5 decades. The next number on the chain predicts that tomorrow, 81 people are going to die in some kind of tragedy. Get off the train.
Why? What's wrong?
Just take the baby and get off the train.
Estimates put the presumed dead at 81.
The prediction came true. It's not coincidence. Don't let him watch the news.
Why won't you tell me what's going on? Don't screw people.
What do you want with my son? The numbers are a warning. They're a warning to everyone.
This is not a test. This is an emergency broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air for as long as possible.
Are we gonna die?
I will never let that happen, Carol. Do you hear me? Never.
I'm so irritated at Nick Cage for being such a good goddamn on actor. He can act his ass off. Y'all hear me? Stop trying to get me to buy stuff, Google. I'm not buying anything. When did this movie come out? Oh, no date. Let me see. Y'all, I guess that's 9 years ago. Wow. Now y'all remember on Flurburn, she was like, we got about roughly 6 more years into the pole shift. And she said, be mindful of that. She's not always right on spot, but she has predicted a lot and shared a lot. Oh, y'all. Okay. I don't even know if I should have watched that before I'm finna lay down. Okay. So, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Peace and power to everyone. Please go over to my Patreon and join up. I will continue to come on YouTube and share information that I'm running across. But for my do-it-yourself videos, I will be on Patreon. I want to share with you my nails that I did myself. And I'll also be doing a video on that if I can just find it down here. Okay. Turn camera on. What up? Let's see. They looking up. Yeah. Y'all, I just got into it. I should have greased my I should have greased my hand. But these are it's a powder overlay. And I will be doing a video on how to do your own nails as well. Like I said, go over to my Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and link it so you all won't forget. And join up, because all my do-it-yourself videos will be there. We have to start being self-sufficient. So, boy, I can't even remember my own name. It's time to go to bed. On Patreon. Google didn't think I was gonna be going over here. Okay, that ain't work. Did I bookmark it? Let me just show y'all. Just show y'all on my phone. Let me see if I have it on here. What do you know? I do. And you can get the app. As I stated earlier, I will be adding one more tier, which will be $11.22 a month, and that's because that's my birthday. So here is my Patreon, Styles by Nina. I don't know how I'm gonna link it, and it won't even pull up for me. But have no fear. If it's not linked on this video, the video that I did earlier today is linked on there. Definitely go check that video out. That's it, y'all. I'm about to turn it in. I got my big old piece of crystal. My friend mined this for me. I got some good peeps too. They know I'm into this. And I'm really into this. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna lay it by my bed and sniff my mugwort. I know that sounds so weird. I'm gonna sniff my mugwort and I'm gonna go to bed. Because I've been dreaming. Ever since I've been using the mugwort, I've been dreaming. So can you imagine what happened if I put this by my bed instead of letting the plants have it all? They need it in here though, I ain't gonna lie. This is what a computer is. I want to move the plants out of here. They probably be way longer. But yeah, I'm gonna take my pretty piece of crystal and I'm gonna get out of here, peeps. Thank you for rocking with me. Let me check the chat one more time. Your phone buffering. Okay. Oh, does the mugwort work? Yes, I take it, girl. Let me see. I put it in this bag. Oh, my why I can't see myself? It's playing. So weird. Okay. I put it in this bag. You can get you a bag like this. It don't need to have butterflies on it. You know, my other one in my room doesn't. It's my old sample bags, but it's just an example. I take the mugwort, put it in here, and before I go to sleep, I inhale. And he also said nose strips help you dream better too. So I got my nose strips and then I'm gonna use them tonight because I've really been dreaming. So I want to get the full experience. I'm gonna lay in my bed, sniff my mugwort, and I'm gonna lay it on down. Yeah, so get you some mugwort. Another thing he recommended, and I say he, but the Hood Mystic recommended I get is 5-HTP. It's for relaxation. I've been had it and I'm almost out already because anything that'll relax me to replace my greenery, I'll sign up for it. So I don't know if that's helping me dream, but it definitely takes the edge off. So yeah, between those two. And all right, y'all. go to Patreon, sign up. I'm going to be doing a do-it-yourself video this week, and I'll see you over there. Peace and power, and I'm out. Y'all know it take a minute for me to get out. I'm out of here. I'm out. Peace.